Well, I up and now, are they? And this is my next, basically, not particularly restoration, it's going to be like an old street rod, something similar to what you'd see in the late 70s, early 80s in the UK, and one that was often picked. A favourite used to be taking the Moggy engine out and putting a Fiat twin cam engine in them, and you used to get all sorts of alterations on them. I'm just going for a basic street look, probably with scoop, etc. I got the actual model. This is the one I bought when I were actually restoring a real Morris Minor, and that was the colour I was doing it in, bright yellow. And anyway, I didn't finish it off, but sold it on because I moved on. I got a couple of Triumph Heralds, one I was using as a daily driver, but anyway, that's another story. But eventually I got fed up of it, and as you do, and I put firecrackers inside and did the sensible thing and retreated to the next room and listened to it go off, basically. What it's done, it's frosted the glass and the interior's a bit, it knocked one of the seats out, but basically it's all there and it'll be okay to paint, and I'm thinking the glass will buff out. Anyway, onwards. Basically, these old Saico cars were basically a screwed together idea. This rear one's a bit rusty, so maybe a little tricky. We'll see. I think that's got it. Can't feel it rumbling over it. Looks to have got it. Yeah, there we go, it's coming out. Right. Now these had a motor in them. I'm planning on using the axles because, as you'll see, I've got parts inside, replacement parts, so they'll get reused. Right, that's basically front off. That's some of my replacement parts. And Captain Knobhead's gonna hold this in his hand and see how things pan out. Should go okay. But if they don't pay him out mind. Oh. There we go, so that's that out. And the window out, it was held in by it. And that's basically ready to go into the caustic soda bath of doom. And next, because it's having a bonnet scoop, I'm going to be drilling a hole in the bonnet for the scoop. Re-stripping pen. Right, so basically that's in place. I'll have to file a little bit to move it slightly into position. Yeah, I've drilled the rear wings, because I'm thinking of Frenching in a couple of gems in there, so it looks like Frenched in lights. After the initial tooth polish, I'm going on to Artisol now. The initial tooth polish took off a lot of the damage that had been done by the fireworks. I've done about as much as I can with this window unit. I think the windscreen will suffice, albeit with a couple of marks, but the rest aren't willing to come out. They burn deep in and there's some crazing. So I think what I'll do for the back windows, I'll actually paint them black so they're blacked out. I swear I don't know what paint the Chinese used on this casting, but jeez, it's took 2 caustic soda baths and there's still a stubborn piece there, which planning on de-trimming it, so planning on best angle to go in on it, and that's it. The idea is that it has solenoid locks on the door. Now I've stripped all the paint and give it a go over with steel wool. I'm giving a quick go over with some cellulose thinners on a cloth to get rid of oils, etc. before I do some filling. So now I'm gonna start filling basically with Umbro filler. No, excuse. Put a bit on. Then move around with my finger. Then my speciality to smooth out. A little bit of liquid poly. Yeah, just dab a bit on your finger of the liquid poly, then smooth on, smooth around, then basically I like wet and dry, and that's basically the filling done around the little porch deck. And next, once it's dry, it'll be wet and dried off and ready for some paint. Well, after losing the seats for this project through one of my normal screw ups, I've resorted to using them out of the Airfix Ford Escort kit, which I ditched. I was trying to mod and it weren't working out, so I ditched it. So this has claimed the seats, and the bonus being I've also claimed a driver for it. So the Airfix kit driver makes good scale. I'm presuming it'll be right with body. I'll just give it a quick check. And really, to be honest, fits in perfectly with no adjustments. To be honest, that's pretty much the perfect fit. So, a nice positioning as well. So that's where we'll go. Anywho, on any 70s, 80s, late 70s, early 80s street machine, the must-have object was a bonnet scoop, so I think the Miner will be no different in that aspect. Pretty much every custom they did back then I done. So, onwards. Here's where we're at up to now with the casting. Done it's come up fairly well up to now, just needs some final finishing. I'll give it a spray and primer to see where I'm up to, and it's looking nice up to now. Couple of little bits that need further attention, but as Marty says, I'm happy with that. Well, Dragster Dave starting looking the part, except he won't be wearing Fix's 1970s dad clothes. He'll be altered into more appropriate hot rodders clothes with Millie Put. I'll be doing that this afternoon and painting the interior, so get back once we're near with that. Only reason being, I'm doing most off camera so I can see what I'm doing with my head magnifier. Just starting to fill out Dragster Dave and get filler in the right areas. Getting rid of jacket and tie and everything to give more of a sort of sweatshirt look. I think I'll go for. It'd have been popular with some sort of slogan. I'll probably well, Dragster Dave's looking a bit more how I'd like him to look. Right, and here is how far we're up to so far. Dragster Dave's starting looking at home. Inside the finished off interior is been made up with Millie Put and then painted with Vallejo. So it's a figure inside anyway, a driver for it. And while we're at that, we also have the finished off interior pieces, and it's been done in what was known by Morris as Trafalgar Blue, which was also on the outside of the car. My brother had the colour combo, but now here's for something a little different. I've painted the body, and for those of you that are more observant, you may have noticed these in the background. And yes, I've painted it in no more than common or garden nail varnish, but to start off with, I used the old racing finish colours, metallic blue, well, a blue pearl it is, and then salt cellulose paint, and that's essentially what nail varnish is. So I used that on the roof, which give a slightly lighter colour, and I've used that on the lower half, and I'll be using in a wee while compressor's kicked in again. Some flake. It's like a silver flake that'll be going over the top. Then I'll finish in. Where'd it go? Where's my tin can? I always put shit down and lose it. And then I'll just finish off in that chisel. Again, yeah, as you can see, I've just brush painted the wheels gold, so they'll be going on. They're not exactly the right diameter for the axles I have, so I'll be filling it with milliput and pushing the axles into it. Wait for it to dry and it should keep them on sound. Well, we've got a bit of a sparkly finish going on. If you can see that. And here we see Dragster Dave with his new wheels. They actually came off an Airfix kit, because I don't know whether I've mentioned, but this one is about 1/24th scale, I think. So I've used the Airfix driver off an Airfix Escort kit, altered a bit to give a more in theme. I don't think it had been a leather elbowed sporting jacket with the tie for this car, driving it. So I'm giving a more in theme sweatshirt, moulded some long hair, and also used the rally car wheels. They were white, but I've painted them gold. They still are white on the inside, but that's not going to show once body's on. So yeah, that's where we are with that. That's looking really nice presently. There's subtle differences in changes in colour. It's more noticeable if you stood next to it. Yeah, presently just put the rear chrome quarter bumpers on. And the front. Well, there we go. My morning's just been spent categorising all my Dremel bits. I've got one there cutting, grinding, sanding. I'm going to get some more of them boxes for polishing and drilling, and then everything should be more accessible. Anyway, just drilling some holes in the Moggy Miner grill. The actual better Dremel of the two for the job. Well, there it is in place before painting. I think I'm just going to do it a white, and then a bit of sanding on the bottom, and that's sorted out. Some of the next thing I've found are these cheapest chips. I'm using them for headlamp jewels, but they're in my local sewing shop, I suppose they'll be in craft shops. Well, let's see what difference they make. They're self-adhesive, so I've got some for tail lights there. See what difference they make. Well, calling that it for this build. It's clocking on. It's took quite a while because of the complexity of the build, and I think my next one will be a tad smaller. But here we go. It's complete, and Dragster Dave is probably proud of it. I think I would be as well. It looks a pretty smart street machine to the type lads that are built in the late 70s, early 80s in the UK. Anyway, ta-ra for now, and thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And if you can, subscribe and click the bell so you're notified of my next videos. Thank you. Bye.